self-mastery through autosuggestion. It's based on the work of Émile Coué and many others. The heart and soul of neuroscience method of stopping stuttering has its roots in the work of many others far wiser than we. One such source was Émile Coué, a pharmacist who became the world's best-known psychologist. He was also a hypnotist, a Frenchman. He was born in 1857 and died in 1926. Émile Coué, C-O-U-E. He became famous in his day and remains so today for healing people, or as he said, helping people heal themselves, which he did by using autosuggestion, conscious autosuggestion, and subconscious autosuggestion. Repeating suggestions were the core of his methods. The mind's ability to cure ailments became apparent to him through the extensive use of placebos, which cured patients over and over again. Placebos, as you know, were treatments based on using pills or sham methods that had zero actual effects beyond those given to them by their users. So it was and is the individual's expectations and beliefs in the placebos, the methods, that brought the cures. In his career, there was substantial evidence that his methods enabled hundreds of people to cure all manner of physical ailments. Since then, millions more have followed suit. In Coué's days, the results of such cures weren't documented, and as such, naysayers debunk his claims, arguing that the ailments often returned. We have no way of knowing, but the value of his methods of repetition of desired thoughts is something that the reader can prove for himself. I have. The speaker finds it extremely helpful in many ways. Autosuggestion improves the memory, reduces or eliminates many pains, and replaces depression with joyful thoughts. And it improves all aspects of attitude, character, and one's karma. Coué was not the first to espouse such methods. Pythagoras, Aristotle, and the oracles of the ancients used autosuggestion through repetition of desired thoughts and results. As Aristotle told us, quote, a vivid imagination compels the body to obey it. The entire organism can be modified, unquote. He added the caveat, quote, however vivid the imagination, it cannot change the form of a hand or foot, unquote. You and I do not desire to change physical shapes. We desire only to change the way that we see and react and improve our thinking. Oddly, only since 2000 has the medical community begun to embrace Coué's approach. In books such as those by Deutsch, Amen, Lipton, Napoleon Hill, Carnegie, etc., the ability of the individual to change her brain, neuroplasticity, it's called, is rapidly becoming a tidal wave. Naysayers persist as always, but the positive case histories are compelling. I can guarantee you that such thinking enabled me to stop stuttering and learn to choose to see life more or less as I wanted it to be. Obviously, I and my thinking are far from perfect, but for me, they are infinitely better than they were in my teens and 20s when I stuttered and suffered all manner of inferiority complexes, fears, and sometimes panic, if not suicidal thoughts. I'm not alone. Millions have proved three things to a significant degree. One, sufficient repetition of positive thoughts can control the conscious mind. Two, repeated thoughts will be picked up by the ever-sensitive subconscious mind. Three, over time and generally within a few days and surely within weeks, both the conscious mind and the subconscious mind will do our bidding and accept and implement the daily repeated suggestions. We will then experience massive mental improvements, thus converting stuttering into a blessing. However, these cures are not permanent. They will work only as long as we continue the daily repetitions. Although over time, most of them will become deeply embedded in our psyches as habitual thoughts, and therefore in our bodies, our thoughts, and hence our conduct, raising the level of our lives beyond our wildest dreams. While I have your ears today, let me add some related thoughts which I plagiarized from Coué and others. When raising children, one, do not speak ill of others, as it teaches them to do the same, and backbiting leads to other negatives. Two, never use physical punishment. Three, never tell them that they are stupid, and don't call them liars, as suggestions tend to become realities self-created. Four, don't complain about your physical ailments, as it breeds the same ailments in your loved ones. Five, make work appealing. It can be fun. Make it fun. Six, prove to them that education is fun and rewarding. Seven, a child's pliable mind assimilates suggestions much easier than does an adult's. It's open. And many ideas become permanent. Keep negative thoughts to yourself and keep working to eliminate them. 8, a sleeping infant can be molded by talking to it quietly as it sleeps. That's a fact. 9, set the best example that you can. Confucius and all the greats taught most by example. Monotonous repetition, light focus, intense concentration and visualization are among the best methods of reaching the subconscious mind. Monotonous repetition, light focus, intense concentration, and visualization are among the best methods of reaching the subconscious mind. So do this with yourself before you go to sleep. Inhale and exhale deeply until relaxed. Then repeat the instruction 20 or more times, as Coué suggests. Visualize yourself acting out the suggestion successfully. Repeat the instruction while visualizing it and seeing yourself doing it. Coué's most famous instruction, as quoted by most psychiatrists and psychologists to this very day, is every day in every way, I am getting better and better. Every day in every way, I am getting better and better. Every day in every way, I am getting better and better. Recite this phrase like a litany every night, before and as you go to sleep, and before you arise. The mind does not need details. Our minds know what the body needs to do to heal or cure itself. This explains why placebos often work and why hypnosis has removed the pain even from the dentist's drill and has even muted cancer pain when morphine no longer does. These are medical facts, mates. Coué even says, don't concentrate, leave the concentration to your subconscious mind. Just repeat the instruction and visualize yourself doing it. Come on. How easy can this be? Simply close your eyes and focus on being relaxed as you repeat your instructions to yourself. Don't struggle. Allow the improved thinking to take control of your mind. Allow the improved thinking to take control of your mind. Although your subconscious mind cannot be forced to do anything, it is always alert for suggestions and knows what to do with them. Today's neuroscientists approach it a bit differently. Some say, you must concentrate as much as possible, and without saying it won't work. Other physicians take the middle ground. One should pay attention and be focused on the suggestion, but not force it. Still others simply use the relaxed classic Coué method. I've used all three methods. 1, concentrate hard. 2, think the thought but don't force it. And 3, just repeat it and visualize it without concentrating. Concentration is hard to sustain anyway. The mind will wander. So I try to stay focused, but don't worry when my mind wanders a bit. Simply repeating and visualizing is classic Coué. It has now worked for millions. And it works for me at some meaningful level. And I'll wager that it will work for you. He suggests that you recite it out loud, although softly and in a monotonous tone, which will be received by your conscious mind. And if you are deeply relaxed, also by your subconscious mind. After enough repetitions, you will reach your subconscious mind regardless. Doing this again before you arise in the morning will reinforce it and get you off on the right foot for the day. Doing it now and then during the day will further reinforce it. Autosuggestions will always provide some meaningful relief, and improvement, even with incurable diseases. So, in brief, auto-conditioning is accomplished by endless repetition and visualization of yourself doing it. The more relaxed you are, the more effective your words will be. I will now add a few words comparing conscious autosuggestion to subconscious. To quote Coué, the conscious mind is but a small islet in a vast sea of the subconscious mind. The subconscious mind both receives and transmits ideas. It misses nothing. We are free to implant any ideas we wish. It is impossible to separate the body from the mind. The mind sends messages to all cells. Our physical condition depends on our mental condition. That's you. Your physical condition depends on your mental condition. It is the subconscious mind that sends blood to the area of a cut or evokes pain at the point of injury. The subconscious does that. The mind can speed or slow the heartbeat. The conscious mind is like an unbroken horse. Without a bridle and reins, the rider will go wherever the horse chooses. Once the bridle and reins are in place, the rider takes charge. When we take control of our minds through auto-conditioning, our minds will respond largely as we direct. The degree of our success doing it depends upon our belief in it and the number of our repetitions and visualizations. Some minds, some problems, some people require more repetitions over more time than others. But if you are persistent enough for you, it will work. Just give it time. Some phrases to use. Quote, I shall remember in a minute all that I have forgotten. Quote, I shall feel no more pain in my whatever. Quote, I'm going to sleep now. I will sleep now. I am sleepy. I am fast falling asleep. I will awake at X o'clock. Unquote. Those examples and similar instructions in a steady, monotonous tone until you are asleep. Quote, since I can say one word, I can say any word, and I shall not stutter in the future. Unquote. Quote, every day in every way, my memory is getting better. Only one thought is possible at any given time. One thought. You can dictate it. When you dictate it, an external source will dictate the thought. For many of us, when we're not in control or directing it, it's often a bad thought. Comes from somewhere, but we get them. When you are not taking charge of your mind and dictating your thoughts, you are ceding that power to external forces, to others, to newspapers, books, TV, whatever, criminals, nice people, blah, blah, blah. Stop that nonsense and begin programming your own thoughts. Start it today. Start now. Examples of positive suggestions to be made 20 times daily. These are not commands to your mind. They are suggestions. Our conscious mind and subconscious mind are incredibly sensitive and will respond to these suggestions. Here are some more examples. Every day in every way, I grow better and better. Every day, my memory grows better and better. I love to learn, and I shall remember what I learn. Every day, I feel less pain in my blank. Every day, I feel less anger about everything. Today, I will reject all angry thoughts. Today, I will be more loving to everyone. Today, I will seize all opportunities to laugh and make others laugh. Today, I will project a positive, uplifting, happy karma to everyone. Today, I shall make a happy day. When and where can we make these suggestions? Anywhere, especially anywhere that we are idle, such as while in a waiting room, on a bus, in a cab, before we go to sleep, before we arise in the morning, and my favorite, while doing aerobics. In my case, while riding a recumbent bike. I often do this daily for 45 minutes, which gives me an opportunity to give myself about 10 minutes repeating 10 suggestions, repeating each one 30 times as I count the repetitions on my fingers. 1, 2, 3. Some of the commands where I need extra work, I may do 2 extra reps, 2 sets of extra reps. Since I can grow weary long before 45 minutes has elapsed, I insert encouraging autosuggestions as needed here and there along these lines. I love to bike. I love to walk. I love to do a treadmill. I love to lift weights. The bike gives me energy. The bike feeds my mind, my heart, and my body. If I'm consistent over time, I sure miss days, but if I'm largely consistent, the above works. My attitudes are many times improved. Are they perfect? No. Pains are reduced dramatically or sufficiently to make them tolerable or eliminated. I become gradually more positive and happier. I follow the wisdom of the great playwright George Bernard Shaw. I don't find myself. I create myself. Even at this late date in my life's curve, I'm overjoyed to still be learning and to become the boss of my mind. I continue to fight every day to take the steering wheel between my ears. No one can take it from me. My happiness, therefore, is not dependent on anyone else. Life is perception. Life is thought. Life is what we make it. By using daily auto-suggestions, my mind is taking the fastest road to a positive, productive, self-disciplined, and happy life. I urge you, I mean you, to make a program. 1. Read the 59-page Émile Coué book, Autosuggestion, My Method. 2. Practice the Coué autosuggestion techniques for 20 minutes or so daily, once before sleep and once before you arise. 3. Skype chat if you can with anyone else with similar ideas and thoughts who can help you. I would also read The Brain That Changes Itself by Norman Doidge, D-O-I-D-G-E, and Dr. Bruce Lipton's The Biology of Belief. Today, I've given you my best life advice. I hope that you enjoyed it and that you will do the work to use it and take your life to the stars. Unlock your